Scratched Up Live, number 17, baby. Woo! We are freaking live and freaking here, people. Am I right or am I right? We are also live simultaneously on Instagram. What's up, Instagram? This is Scratched Up Live number 17. Your first stop. By the way, Scratched Up Live, your first stop on YouTube and on Instagram for hip hop discussion and production, my friends. Yeah. That's how we do it out here. Woo! I go by Derek Obscure. This is Quarter Day Recordings. Whether you're on the Instagram or you're on the YouTube, this is Quarter Day Recordings. Quarter Day Recordings in two places at once. Simul streaming like a G out here. And we're actually going to have, we're just going to have a silly, goofy, fun, chill stream tonight. As you can see by the title, we're just going to be live reacting to some music. Now, I will say, I have already listened to the new Charli XCX Brat remix album twice already. And I like it a lot. Let's just say that. It has grown my appreciation album. It has grown my appreciation for the album Brat multiple times over, actually. Wasn't a big fan of Brat all year. Wasn't really striking the chords that it was for everybody else, for me personally. But this remix here, this remix album is kind of changing things, if you ask me. It's kind of letting me see the album in a new light. And then after listening to the remix album, revisit the original, and I'm like, holy shit, I've been missing out. So it's kind of a big deal. I'm actually very excited about the Brat remix album today. So I think why not give it another listen and give it a fresh reaction on stream. You know, it will be like my third time listening to it, like in today. But I think it'll help me, you know, that's a good thing, I think. I'll have my ideas and my reactions are actually a bit more developed for this one than they have been on past live reaction streams, where I usually just listen to the album for the first time live on stream. But we will also react to other music. I have tons of music shout-outs or you know, new music of the weeks. Tons of new music of the weeks right now because I didn't give any new music of the week recommendations last week. So I've got multiple weeks built up right now. And we'll hit all that. And then if we feel like it, I've got some stories, but I'm kind of just feeling like having a silly, goofy music listening stream right now. I don't know if I'm feeling like hopping into the news cycle. It's a late night stream, so I'm feeling like vibey, if you catch my drift. As opposed to, you know, getting into the nitty gritty of the news. Because I do have some stories that we can get to if I get bored, but they're, you know, like sexual assault accusations and harassment accusations. And although I do have, I do kind of want to go over the Pitchfork top 100 albums of the 2020s list. And compare it to my own top albums of the 2020s list. So we'll probably hit that, because that'll be fun. And that'll probably be it, and then I'll probably get up out of here after that. Like I said, we'll keep it light tonight. We're going to keep it light tonight. We're going to hit up this Pitchfork top 100 albums of the 2020s list. We'll go through that, give some opinions on it. We will give a reaction to the Charli XCX Brat album, which I have already listened to, and I already have formed my opinions on a lot of it. I like it a lot. It's actually, it's I just said this, but it's given me a new appreciation of the original Brat album. So I'd like to give it a fresh listen through, and then I'll give my new music of the week recommendations, which is actually new music of the last couple of weeks because I didn't do that last week. And then we'll get out of here. You guys have made it to Scratched Up Live on Quarter Day Recordings YouTube channel. I'm also simultaneously streaming on the Quarter Day Recordings Instagram. So that's why if I ever look over in this direction and speak over here, I'm speaking to Instagram. They're just here for funsies, just because. Why not? They aren't going to be able to see the screen, but like the YouTube viewers. So if Instagram, if you guys are having a great time and are like, oh man, I want to see what they're talking about, head on over to the YouTube page. The link is in the bio of the Instagram account. The real party's on the YouTube page, the YouTube live stream. This going live on Instagram is just to funnel you guys to the YouTube, pretty much. Drink my tea. How are you guys? It's late right now. Typically I stream on Thursday nights, but couldn't get to it. It's kind of been like teetering back and forth between Thursdays and Fridays. So, typically doing it on a Thursday or Friday. I try and do it on Thursday nights. Try and do the Scratched Up live streams on Thursday nights because we can catch the new music right as it drops at midnight or 11 p.m. my time. But couldn't get to it yesterday. No worries. Can get to it on Friday. But I worked all day, so we can get to it Friday night. And here we are, look at us. Look at us. So what should we do first, man? We should probably just jump right into the Charli XCX reaction, don't you think? Now, unfortunately, I can't play the Charli XCX for you guys because I don't want my shit to get struck down by the YouTube lords, if you know what I mean. Like the YouTube Zeus, just like straight. We'll do that to my channel if I just play the Charli XCX album outright. But you guys and gals and theys can listen on your own and watch me react. Or you can just watch me react and that's it. I don't know what to tell you. But this is what I want to do right now. So this is what I will do right now. But let me pull it up. Let's see here. Like I said, I'm really excited about this Brat album. I'm really excited about the Brat remix. I'm going to be honest, and maybe I'll get skewered for this, but I've been riding out my whole year with the opinion that Brat is a 5 out of a 10 album. Okay, not to say I hate it, a 5 out of 10, like that's an honest score. I'm talking about just like the original Brat. Up until this point, up until yesterday, let's just say that. Up until yesterday, I was like, if someone were to ask me, what score would you give Brat by Charli XCX? I'd be like a 5, strong 5 out of 10. Light 6 out of 10, I don't know. I really like Von Dutch. I really like I Think About It All the Time. Club Classics grew on me. But, I wasn't ever crazy about it. But today, the remix album drops, which has been, we knew this was coming. I knew this was coming. This was expected. But what was not expected, by me at least, was the improvements that Charli has made to every single one of almost basically every single one of these songs. Like, she took all of these songs and fortified them with, like, grains and oats and shit. I don't know. What do you fortify things with? How do you fortify your bones? Fortify them with vitamin D and shit. All of these songs went through, like, another round of mixing and mastering and then add on the extra features on top, which everybody slays. And then you put it in as a double disc album with the remixes and the original. Like, holy hell, you got Charli didn't have to do it to us like this. She is being so generous. Charli, generous queen. So this is a lot to get through. But I will say, so I listened to the remixes, and with the first half, with the disc 1, it gets better as it goes along. Like, this album is like a crescendo, in my opinion, the disc 1 side. It's like, okay, the first half is honestly like, okay, it gets better, and by the end of it, it's like, dude, the last half of this album is so good. And I think the first half is going to grow on me too. And then I went directly into disc 2 today. I'm listening, and I'm like, okay, well, let's give Brat another shot. Now that I've listened to the remixes and I've kind of gotten a fresh new perspective on these songs, let's hear the originals. And I'm like, holy shit, I get it now. That was kind of my internal reaction. The Brat clicked for me. And so, all that being said, I personally, in 2024, I think I'm having a Brat fall. I didn't have much of a Brat summer. But I think I am definitely having a Brat in its completely different fall. So I'm pretty psyched about that. I'm pretty psyched. So should I give some reactions to these? Like I said, I've listened to this album already a couple times today. Let me pop some headphones in. Popping each other's assholes. Your finger popping each other. All right. Let's get some headphones in. So, and then maybe this is just another slow Derek moment, but it's been Brat's summer, or it was Brat's summer in 2024. Cool. Girlies having the time of their lives. Love it. Love to see it. It's awesome. And then it also kind of dawned on me that Brat's summer is a direct response to 2023's Barbie summer. Is that like did everybody get that at once, or am I just like slow? Because I kind of just now dawned on me, like, like Bratz and Barbie, like Brat, you get it, right? Last year, the Barbie movie came out during the summer. It was like a Barbie summer. And now we're having Bratz summer. Like, Bratz. Like, holy 2000s. Dude, the nostalgia is so real. I'm really appreciating the authenticity of the music that we've received from the industry this year. It's been fun. So, I think I'm going to skip. I just listened to these first 5 on the way home. Just now. I stopped at Caroline. But I kind of want to pick up just about halfway through, because this is where it starts to get really good, I thought. And yeah, and then I kind of want to just go directly into, because I just had this listening experience today that was so great, and I don't want to just like waste a whole bunch of time listening to the songs that are. Fuck it. All right, we're starting at the top. Screw everything I just said. We're starting at the top. Why not? All right, 360, featuring Robin and Young Lean. I think I'm gonna do like a jump to, like, I'm gonna listen to the remix. Didn't mean for you guys to hear that. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna listen to the remix, and then I'm gonna directly after that listen to the original and compare them a little bit. Why not? That'll be good. That'll be good. And then you guys over here, I am so sorry, you're not gonna get video or audio. You're just gonna get me. So y'all gots to jump over to the YouTube. You gotta jump over to the YouTube to get this full experience here. All right. So starting with 360 on the remix side, let's check it. Young Lean. So yeah, she really embraces Drain Gang on this, which is cool. That's cool. And pulling on the Drain Gang features here with the Blade and the Young Lean, it really makes me realize, like, oh shit, she's been inspired by Drain Gang. You can tell now that, like, when they're on the same track, it's like, oh damn, their styles are like actually kind of similar. So cool realizations I've had. I've had multiple cool like realizations while listening to this album today. It's made me appreciate Charli XCX on a deeper level, like artistically. So this one's pretty much the same. Like the beat's the same. Not all of these are like the beats on some of these are like completely reworked. This one is just basically 360, same exact 360, but with different Charli XCX verses, and then adds the Young Lean. So I'm still not this one. I'm not crazy about the 360. So that hasn't changed much. This one, Club Classics on the remix side, featuring BB Tricks. Hi, Ashley. We're listening to Brat remix album live on YouTube. So you gotta join on the YouTube on the YouTube live stream to get the real deal. We're listening for the differences between the remix version. We're listening to you're hiding in the bathroom. Yeah, we're listening to the differences between the remixes and the regulars. Love you. Bye bye. So this Club Classics is like completely reworked. It's a lot like spacier and like darker, as if like you're in a very dark basement rave. That's the vibes of this one. It's got very heavy wubs, but like very like low pitch wubs that are really like driving the mood of this one, compared to Club Classics original, which is faster tempo and brighter, much brighter. And I will say, Club Classics was one that I didn't really vibe with most of the year. Club Classics is one where I was like, eh. But after listening to the remix and then going directly into disc 2, Club Classics is second song on disc 2. What was I thinking? Where was I? I don't know. It wasn't clicking. Today it's clicking. Club Classics, the original Club Classics here is it's so good. I love this part right here where it gets all like right at the 1 minute mark. She goes, "Put your hands in the club, and I wanna dance, na-na-na, put your hands in the club." That part, oh my god, dude, like that shit is like taking me to outer space. And then we also got the remix version, which is like I said, dark and spacier, or darker and spacier, and like in a completely different zone, and is like, ooh, and then featuring this BB Tricks here, who's like sounds like a Latino, maybe, rapper, female rapper. I don't know who BB Tricks is. It's the first time I've heard of her. So yeah, this one's like completely reworked. Like she says, Brat, and it's completely different, but also still Brat, which is like also still fucking awesome. So it's a Brat, and it's Brat, and it's a completely different. It's Brat, and it's a completely different fall. That's what I'm experiencing right now. Sympathy is a Knife featuring Ariana Grande. This one, I don't know exactly what the differences are right off the top of my head. You know, and I listened to this one earlier, and I was having trouble even telling where Ariana Grande was. Okay. Yeah, this one I'm not. This one's more of a slow burn, but just not. I'm not super crazy about it. Yeah, this one's more of a slow burn. By the time it gets to like the 1 2 minute mark, it gets like it builds up to the point where it's like, oh shit, this is like, whoa, we've come to like a really nice place here. It just takes a while to get there, and I still am having trouble telling where the Ariana Grande part is. But let's compare it to the original, because I can't even remember what this one sounds like. So this one's a stabbier type of electronic beat, like, yeah, just like built on these synth stabs. Whereas the remix has more of like a synth wave. So they took it from a stabby electronic song to more of like a synth wavy track, production wise. Oh yeah, so yeah, they completely took out the like catchy hook. I like the original a lot better on this one. Yeah, the original is really great throughout the whole thing. They have this catchy hook. Although it doesn't necessarily build. See, that's the thing. The production on disc 1 is so beefed up, and it's just there's more to it. They worked on it more. They had more time to work on it. So it makes sense. They really made the production go places on the remix album. But yeah, I mean, both these songs are good in their own right, but not perfect. Yeah, they reworked the hook. The hook is better on the original, but the production is better on the remix for Sympathy Is a Knife, in my opinion. All right, and then they got oops. Then they collect Charli teamed up with 1975 and John Hopkins, which I'm not quite sure who John Hopkins is. Isn't that like a university? No relation, I'm guessing. Um and this one is a big slowdown. Um doesn't even really start until about a minute in. I might say something stupid. Okay, I might say something stupid. Spoiler alert, guys. By the way, my favorite on the remix side is the Bon Iver I Think About It All the Time remix. And I Think About It All the Time is like in my top 3 favorites on the original. So I think that that song is just fucking amazing all around. No matter which way you slice it. The song is one of the best on the project. Yeah, this one is really airy, like really slows it down. This one's like a standing still in time, like time standing still type of vibe. It's nice. This is nice. It's very meditative. Um, very sweet. Very soft. Very nice. I like it a lot. Charli XCX isn't even really on it, right? She doesn't even sing on it. So this is basically they took it. Okay, Charli XCX does some vocals at the end here. Yeah, so Charli does some vocals at the end there. Let's compare it to the original. I might say something stupid. I don't think it's nearly as soft as the remix. Okay, yeah, I remember this one. Yeah, it's still like a ballad type of deal, like a piano ballad, but it's more. I mean, the vocals are just soaked in autotune on the original. It's a cool vibe. Like it's like a Billie Eilish song, but it's Charli XCX vocals. That's like a very basic generalization, but if I had to describe it in some way, this is like Charli's shot at a Billie Eilish song, and she does it well. That is not a slight at all. I like the way that they use the auto tune, the pitch correction. I like what she hits these, and I don't know. I'm here. Oh yeah, I guess I could have gotten a. Oh, everybody left. Oh, guys, why'd everybody leave? Oh no. That's fine. We're here. We're just having a chilly fun stream here tonight, guys. This one's from me. No lyrics? Okay, there we go. This stream tonight is for my sanity and my mental health. Just want to listen to music. I don't want to get into any nastiness. I don't want to get into any sad stories. I don't want to get into any depressive stories tonight. We're having a silly, goofy, fun time out here tonight. And it's just not as exciting. That's fine. Yeah, so I think on this one, it's hard to compare the two because they're so different. But the 1975 one really puts me in the remix version of I Might Say Something Stupid. Really, it puts you in like a really intimate space that the original just doesn't reach. Talk Talk featuring Troye Sivan. Not quite clear on the differences between these two tracks yet. Just off the top of my head. So that's what we're here to discover. What's the differences between these remixes? What the hell? We're green, baby. Is that the green I need? Talk to me. Talk to me in French, 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 French. Ooh. This song is kind of reminding me, in a very subtle way, it's reminding me of All of the Lights by Kanye. And I think it's what they're doing with the vocals, specifically. I mean, the song is faster than All of the Lights, and it's not a rap song, but it's got this like pulsatingness to it, and then the way that Charli's vocals are like fading out, it's like a delay, and then the delay fades out, really giving me subtle. What's the song called? All of the Lights, right? Or no? What? Well, now I have to remember. It's on. Flashing Lights. Yeah, it's giving me Flashing Lights vibes. By Kanye. This Talk Talk remix. And now we're going to compare it to the Talk Talk original What are the differences? What are the differences? Oh, I've already. So first off, this one starts with some claps. What is the remix? Yeah, so the remix starts off more like processed and ethereal, whereas the original is more clubby with just like, just some hand claps. And I gotta say, I think Troy's vocals are better on this song. I think the remix is better. This part's catchy though. I don't know. This is not one I was ever crazy about originally. And I think the Charli on the hook here is kind of lackluster. So yeah, the remix wins it for me on this one. They really improved it. Yeah. Oh hell yeah. It's a clear winner. This is almost like this is giving Disclosure vibes. This talk. It's like if Disclosure made Flashing Lights by Kanye. It's like if Disclosure did a Flashing Lights remix with Troye Sivan and Charli XCX. But Disclosure is not involved, so that's just my description of how it sounds like. I love this. I fucking love this song. I love that they continued to work on this already very, very successful album. This is one of the pros of the era we are living in the music industry. Some people hate the streaming era. Some people hate the streaming era. Some people love it. It does have pros and cons. One of its biggest pros is the fact that you can rework your albums. You can update your albums. You can put it out at any point you want, and then you can update it and make it better. And in Charli's case, just make it a deluxe project and release it 6 months later. And not even 6 months later. 3 months later. So this is awesome. I'm so appreciative and I'm so happy of what she's done here. I love that the original got so much love, and I love that Charli was like not satisfied, or I don't know where the idea came from. I'm sure it was Charli's idea to do this whole remix thing, but you can make a remix album but not continue to beef up the production and add more to the production. Like, she went above and beyond with this extra helping of Brat. Not only remixing each song, but improving the mix of each song. Like I said, fortifying each song. That's the word that came to my mind when I was listening to this today. Like, holy shit, she fortified each song to the point where it's like, it made me rub my eyes or my ears, I guess, and be like, holy shit, I was missing something this whole time. It took her, the original songs are good, but it wasn't until this second helping of mixing and mastering and working through, it's just a testament to, like, the music is never done. And that's why it's like, oh man, why is Frank Ocean taking 6 years to make an album? The music is never done. I want Kendrick to make an album. I want Kendrick to work on his next album for, people are going to shoot me for saying this, I want him to work on it for 10 years. I mean, okay, maybe we get one more Kendrick album and then he can wait 10 years to make a new album. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care to wait. I appreciate the time that it takes to create a masterpiece. You know what I mean? And, yeah, so let's continue. Von Dutch remix, A.G. Cook remix featuring Addison Rae. Von Dutch is actually probably my favorite from the original. It's one that I actually still keep in rotation. I will give a bit of a spoiler for my reaction. I do still like Von Dutch, the original, better than this one. But I like the song so much that like I'm really happy to get this like new perspective on the song. Um, this one, yeah, guys, the production doesn't carry the same weight that the original does. It kind of takes it still kind of has that like that riser effect that like it still has that vibe and that essence to it, but it's not hitting the same as the original. Then the beat kind of breaks down at the 1:35 minute mark, and then it comes back with some high frequency synth work, and some panning vocals that are like waving. Lots of rising synths here, rising frequencies and shit. Whereas Von Dutch, I don't know, that one's kind of a mess. I'm not gonna lie. The Von Dutch remix the A.G. Cook remix is kind of a mess. The original Von Dutch is still one of my favorites on this whole double album. I mean, this one just carries so much power. I mean, the hook is like, it's like you're, I don't know, paragliding or something. Or shredding waves, dude. Like, there's just this power to Von Dutch. Like, you're gonna conquer the world listening to Von Dutch. Or you and your girlies are gonna take over the fucking city. Right? Me and the girlies are gonna take over the city listening to Von Dutch. One of these days. Alright, let's check out Everything is Romantic featuring Caroline Polachek. I love Caroline. Huge fan. I can actually prove it. Give me a second here. 1 second. This is how we rock and roll out here. We rock and roll with Caroline Polachek. Um, One day I'll hang all my posters, and the poster that came with this thing is huge and it's phenomenal. But yeah, so we're big fans of Caroline Polachek in this household. And this is one of the better remixes on the album, I think. Everything is Romantic featuring Caroline Polachek. Which, I can't really remember what the original of this one sounds like, so I'll be curious to compare them. Caroline's feature on this one is very subtle. She does kind of does more like background vocals, which is fine because her voice is gorgeous and very interesting to listen to. So that's kind of like where she shines, is just singing melodies and shit. Listening to her like crazy ass voice that barely sounds human. But I was kind of hoping more. I was hoping for more of a prominent feature from Caroline. Not gonna lie, but this song is beautiful. It is. And here's Caroline really with her signature yodel-y singing. Let's listen to the original. Everything is Romantic, the original. Compare it. What does this one sound like? Ooh, so this one's more stringy. This one's got like violins. This is like the least electronic song on the album so far. A lot different. Oh, and then we get the drums in here. But still, it's more choppy than just like straight electronic instruments. It's just kind of like a chopped up dance beat with like heavy jungle drums. I want to call them like. I like this one actually. I like both versions. Both versions of this they're very different from each other. The two versions. Probably one of the more higher contrast songs between the original and the remix. Now we're heading over to Rewind featuring Blade, which again with the Drain Gang. The Drain Gang features here make it really shine like how much Charli XCX may or may not be inspired by Drain Gang. Like putting her up next to Young Lean and Blade, it's like makes me realize, at least personally, how much she sounds inspired by them. At least on this album. At least on this album. You know, I do listen to Charli XCX a bit. She does seem to be doing more of like a poppy, almost like more of a spoken word type of thing on this shit, but I may be wrong on that. I don't know. But whatever it is she's doing on this album, it's like, oh, I hear the Drain Gang. And then she gets the Drain Gang features, and it's like, oh, maybe Charli XCX is part of Drain Gang. This whole time, secretly, we didn't know. Or maybe she becomes the first female member. How interesting would that be? Honorary member of Drain Gang, Charli XCX. Yeah, her and Blade actually do have some good chemistry on the song. Now, I don't think the beat is much different on the original. Oh yeah, so it's more stabby on the original. It's more stabby, heavier. The stabs are heavy on the original. The electronic one is more of like it's softer version, production wise. All right, moving on. So I featuring A.G. Cook. I can't really tell what's happening on this. I don't know. That one's kind of schizophrenic. The remix of So I is kind of schizophrenic. Not the biggest fan of these A.G. Cook contributions to the album. TBH. Yeah, and then the original So I is one of these softer, one of like really more slowed down ones. Ballads almost. This is like her Disney princess moment. That one's cute. I like the original better, but still not crazy about the original. So I is kind of a dud on both, but The original is listenable. So then we got Girl So Confusing featuring Lord, which I'm not clear on the off the top of my head the differences of the two. So let's give it a closer listen. This is one that's been out. This was one of the singles for the remix album. I don't know how to feel about this one. I mean, my wife likes this one a lot. I think it's a little annoying. Like, I don't know. I don't think the verses are very great. Like, I don't really care to listen to the verses. The hook where it's like girl, 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 that part's okay. It's kind of entertaining. But like I'm listening to the Charli verse right now on the remix version, and it's like it's like dragging along here. Like she's trying to get through to it. She's just trying to get to the hook is what it feels like. And then now the hook is here and it's like fun again. So we're just kind of, this is just, I don't know, a lot of wasted space on this song. And then where's Lord? I couldn't really tell where Lord is at. Where's Lord? Is this Lord on the very tail end? With the chipmunk vocals? I don't know. I'm still a young girl from Essex. I don't know where Lord is in this song. I really don't. Is she the one that says young girl from Essex? Okay, yeah, this is Lord. So this part is Lord. I don't know. They sound very similar. And it's not just because they both have accents. Okay. The vocal processing on them is not like, they need to differentiate that shit a little bit. I mean, it doesn't even sound like Lord. I mean, it certainly sounds like Charli XCX, but why does Lord sound so much like Charli in the song? I don't know. So we're going to check out the original now. What's the differences between the remix and the original? Okay, so this one is automatically, or immediately, slower tempo. This one's easier to listen to, I think. Just I like the beat. So far, I like the instrumentation a little better. Girl, I'm just a girl. Know if you like me. Sometimes I think you might hate me. Sometimes I think you might hate. I don't know. The lyrics are very corny on this one. Still, one of my least favorites, I think. This one's a dud for me. I mean, the original's a tad bit better. The original is a tad bit better. In my opinion. Let's move on. So we're getting closer to the ones that I really like. This is actually where it starts. On the remix album, at least. I love the last 5 on this. The last 6 on the remix album. Slay. Dude, they slay. They slay the house, dude. So this version of Apple is a lot more entertaining, I think, in my opinion. I know everybody's crazy about the Apple dance. God damn it, I keep missing the light. Everybody's crazy about the Apple dance, but how's the song, you know? Originally, Apple is not one of the songs that caught my ear when listening to Brat. Now, I will be honest, most of the songs didn't catch my ear, and I've admitted that. I am a Brat bandwagon Brat, but it's not even one that kind of even came close. You know, some were like close, but now the remix I think is the better song, if you ask me. I mean, of the two, this one featuring Japanese House. I'm like, oh shit, Apple is actually like a great song now. So are we gonna get the Apple remix dance? That's my next question. I hope somebody's working on that behind the scenes at the Brat Factory. We need the Apple featuring the Japanese House dance fall version, you know, to the Apple summer dance. We need the Apple fall dance. The production on this one is very smooth. It's bubbly. It's catchier. It's the vocals carry better. Let's compare it now to the Apple original, which is more stabby. Like, I don't know. I'm just not crazy, and this was always my opinion about the original. I'm not crazy about the super stabby beats. That's like a heavy Euro thing, I think. And it translates well in certain songs, but not in others. And I never was crazy about the stabby synths in Apple, the original Apple. So I like the smoothing of it out with the remix. Again, this Brat remix album has opened my third eye to the Brat sphere. Okay. Now that and this is for people that are joining now that I've really enjoyed the remix album, it's made me see the original in a new light. And where most of the year I would have said, up until yesterday, I would have said, yeah, the Brat is like a 5 or 6 out of 10. I would probably now boost it up to about a 7 or so. The remix album, I need to listen to it more, but I'm liking it a lot. I like how the songs have gone through like another round of mixing and mastering. It seems like another round of, last minute additions. They've worked through these songs more for the remixes, and that benefits the production mostly, which was something that was, in my opinion, one of the reasons why I wasn't crazy about the album originally. So this is like a big deal. Now we've got this double disc Goliath that finally I'm like, holy shit. So I'm having a Brat in its completely different fall. Whereas most of the world had a Brat summer, I'm having a Brat in its completely different fall, and I'm super excited about it. Apple, I'm enjoying the remix better. Let's move on to B2B featuring Tinashe. This is one that, after listening, like, the original is so good. After listening to it again today, I'm like, this is one that my ears were opened up to today after listening to this remix. And I like the remix a lot too. Shout out Tinashe, killing it. Go listen to her newest EP, I think. She dropped like a short album earlier this year. That's pretty good. But I love it and I'm not complaining. Oh shit, I kinda made it. Back to back to back to back to back, and I go back to back to back to back to back to back. Yeah, this shit's catchy as fuck. Yeah. I like this remix. 2 days later, gotta do the vocals. God, oh my god, we really blew the fuck. Now everybody wants what we got. Okay. They're too bratty for me to even keep up. So let's compare it now to the original. So the remix is bubblier and poppier and girlier, whereas the original here is heavier and darker. Um, yeah, slower tempo on the original, and I like how the back to back to back to back to back is hitting this like pocket, or she's like, it's like high heels walking. You know the rhythm of high heels walking. Um, I like both of these almost equally. The original versus the remix here, they're great. The and both great in different ways. This is definitely like a runway type of song. I don't wanna fall back to her. I don't wanna go back to back to back. This is like, why isn't this one on the radio? This is a radio. This is like a certified radio classic, dude. This needs to be plastered across the fucking all the speakers across the world. This song is incredible, man. Okay, so like I think I like the original a bit better. It's just got the rhythm is so solid on this one. Oh my god. And then it starts to break down. Back 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 back. What happens here? Okay. And then it drops. It's a subtle drop. It's nothing too crazy. I like it. I like it a lot. That's awesome. Fucking hell yeah. But like I'm saying, between these two, between the remix side and the original side, I mean, we got 34 songs here. It's dude. Charli is being. She was so generous. Thank you, Charli, for being so generous. Um, so generous that she even won over me. Where I I listen to I've been listening to Charli for years. You know, I was there with Crash. And I was there with her her COVID album. You know, I've been listening to her for years. I catch up with her every drop. And I personally was like, on this one. But now, you know, the world went crazy for it. I was still like, But now she's even won me over. You know, at this point, this is one of the greatest albums of the year. This version specifically, though. This Brat is completely different, but also still Brat. This double disc version of the album is like, holy fuck. You're going to listen to this straight through, both discs straight through. You're in for like an hour and 38 minutes straight of dopamine straight to the brain, straight to those brain neurons, dude. Should we keep going through this? I mean, I've got a lot to get through. We've done a lot here. There's the last half of the remix album here is my favorite, actually. Mean Girls is improved by a ton. Yeah, the Julian Casablanca edition to Mean Girls really like gives it another dimension that it was really missing on the original. Let's see what the original was. The original is more electronic, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this one's another one of those like stabby, like club fist bump with like a really like rough auto tune heavy hook. Whereas the remix here with Julian Casablancas is, well, they replaced the electronic synth with like just a piano, more traditional sounding grand piano type of deal. which helps take the edge off. And then Julianne does the more the vocals than Charli. In the hook, it's like they add this like it goes from on the original. It's like this one's for all my mean girls, like some pop punk type of vibe. But the hook on the remix is more of like a smooth ramp. It's like this one's for all my mean girls, like that, which is cooler. It's a lot cooler than like the tone of how she did it on the original. So she really improved Mean Girls here. Like her vocals are improved, really improved. Like possibly the worst song on the original. I gotta say, Mean Girls is probably the most annoying one on the original, and she improved it. So hats off to her for that. Still not one of the best on the remix, but at least she improved it. And then we got I Think About It All the Time featuring Bon Iver, which is my favorite on the remix. Blowing my socks off, dude. I love Bon Iver, and he does not disappoint on this song. This song takes you places, dude. The production on this shit is fantastic. I mean, this is like Lion King level type shit. Like this could be on the newest Lion King movie. Type of shit. It's worthy of that. I mean, holy hell. And then we got a Bon Iver EP coming out soon with a new single out, so you should check that out too. When did it get so hot? When did it get so hot? And then we got some like spoken word type of shit from Charli over here. I love the left turn on the song here. Yeah, we got it's like she's like, you know, The Streets. There's a band called The Streets, British hip hop band. She's doing some of The Streets type of shit where she's like spoken word. And then and then they do the same hook. It's like I think about it all the time, but this version is slowed down. The tempo is slower. The original, think about it all the time, which is the original is like my second favorite maybe on the original album, and it's still fantastic. I love both versions of this. This is an example of like both of the versions being almost equally as good. The Bon Iver version might be squeezing it out by a hair, which is actually really saying something because I think about it all the time. The original version is held up all year for me. It's one that I keep coming back to a lot. So the remix is even better. That's blowing my socks off. Found my feet for the first time. It was ice cold, playing demos on my iPhone. I went to my friend's place and I met the baby for the first time. How sublime, what a joy. Oh my, standing there, same old clothes she wore before. Trial, yeah. This is a very strange. She's a radiant mother and he's a beautiful father. It's an odd ass line there. Haven't really noticed that one before. Okay, yeah. So I think about it all the time. Both versions, fantastic. Holy shit. Quite possibly, definitely, the best song. One of the best songs on each version of the album, for sure. So then we got 365 featuring Shy Girl, which is like a coked up fucking club banger. So yeah, they really coked this one up. Talk about fortified. I mean, just like really fat synth. Yeah, very fat fucking synth with this putty go, putty go, putty go, putty go, putty go, putty go, putty. I can't even fucking do it. What's the differences here? Let's check out the original. That one's definitely heavier and darker than the original. Yeah. So the original 365 is basically it's the same exact beat as 360. So now we got 365, the remix version, which is darker, heavier, and also featuring Shy Girl. I gotta say, I like the remix version a bit better. This one's more of in like a dark, like focused zone. Like 365 remix featuring Shy Girl is like she's in the fucking zone. Like you're running on the treadmill in the dark type of shit. Like working out in the dark. Or you're just working out and you're so focused on what you're doing and you're just in the fucking zone. And I ain't talking about the auto zone, people. I'm talking about the Brat zone. But it's completely different. It's completely different. All right. And then Guess featuring Billie Eilish, which we already know about. I mean, this has been out. This is like sexy, sexy. It's just sexy. I don't know how else to describe it. And it's fun. And this one's like more like inspired by The Dare. It's more in like the vein of The Dare, at least. Not inspired, but if you haven't listened to The Dare and you're into Charli XCX, I recommend you do it. The Dare is kind of like the male response, the male version of Charli XCX. If you're having a Brat summer, and you're a male and you're a man, you might be having a Dare summer too, and you didn't even know it. So hop on over to The Dare, listen to his new album. But this one seems like in that vein. Heavy club vibes. And then Billie Eilish coming in all hot. It's hot. It's a hot one. So yeah, that's it for the Charli XCX. What else can I say? I mean, we've been here for a minute talking about it. It's awesome. I mean, it's awesome, and I'm hype about it. We're here for it. Should I do a bit of new music or music of the week recommendations? I kind of want to do that. Let's do some music of the week recommendations. Let's get our light back here. Yeah, so this is music that I haven't. Some of it's new, some of it's a couple weeks old. Some of it might even be older than that. You know, it definitely all came out this year, and most of it came out within the last couple weeks. Let's start with albums, projects. Actually, not just albums, but projects. So this is a mix of EPs and albums, but just a handful of these. And then I've got a bunch of songs that I want to shout out. Richie and Fear Dorian. So Richie is he was 1/3 of the rap group Injury Reserve, who at this point I don't think that they're releasing music at this point under the name Injury Reserve. One of the members, Groggs, passed away a few years ago. And since then, it's we've gotten one album since his passing, but the album was recorded before he passed, so it's not looking too bright on the forefront of new Injury Reserve music. But Richie released a solo album this year, titled Triple Digits 112, which is okay. You know, it's definitely worth a listen, and it's interesting. It's pushing the envelope a bit, and I really appreciate it. But this new EP, this collab EP he released with Fear Dorian, the EP titled Quiet Warp Express, is so futuristic and cool. Like I highly recommend you listen to it. It is different. You haven't heard anything like this before. I promise you have not heard something like this before, and I think they're on to something. I gotta say, I do think that they're onto something with this sound, and I want to hear more in this vein. I want to hear them explore this vein more. I want to hear a full length project from these two. They are cooking, my friends. They are a cooking. Um, and I'll get into more specific song recommendations in the song section. So that's my first project shout out. I got it, Quiet Warp Express EP by Richie and Fear Dorian. Go check it out. It's you'll be in the future. If you want to be in the future, listen to Quiet Warp Express EP. If you don't want to be in the future, don't check it out. It's that simple. But if you want to be in the future, if you want to be futuristic and wavy, I recommend you check it out. All right, next up. This band called Cruza released an album titled Cruzified. Okay, this is an alternative band. This came out in June, apparently. I'm guessing. That's what it's telling me, at least in my face right now. And I found this on Reddit, I guess. Like, I don't know. I think what I just pressed on it because I thought the album cover was, like, interesting. And I was like, this has got to be good. And turns out I was pretty much right. This is like, it seems, it's like shoegazy. It's kind of like Nirvana-esque. It's punky. It's shoegazy. It's distorted a bit. But I likey. Me likey. And I also like the album cover. So they're selling me on this. Okay. Whatever's going on here, they're selling me. I don't know who these people are. I've never heard of this band. This is like, oh, they're on Euphoria? Oh, okay. Okay, this is news to me. They collaborated with Smino on the song Euphoria, which is a really cool song. So, okay. There we go. That's the connection. And in fact, we're going to get more of Cruza here. I don't have this. You guys are here with me. What's this? Cruza Dog Days, an album titled Dog Days by Cruza. So I'm gonna be listening to all this. Cult Research 2020 by Cruza. Yeah, I love their art direction and all this shit. I'm in it. I'm here, Cruza. I'm here. So y'all check it out. Check this one out. Next up is Charli XCX. We just listened to it. This is getting an album shout out early. Usually I this shit came out today. I mean, now it's Saturday, but this came out on Friday of this week. Usually I wait a week at least to add new music shout outs to my music of the week, but this one caught it before the stream. This one got lucky. And of course, it's kind of a given. But at this point, shout out Brat, and it's completely different, but also still Brat by Charli XCX. I've said all I can about this one already. And then I want to give a final project shout out to The Smile, who released their second album this year, third album in the last 2 years. Their output is unlike anything we've seen from Tom York side projects or any projects since the Radiohead days, the Radiohead heydays, if you will. This band that they have put together that Tom is at the head of is prolific, it turns out. The Smile has turned out to be one of the most liberating and fruitful projects of Tom York and Johnny Greenwood's latter-day career. Cutouts is the third record in little more than 2 years from the trio, which also includes Sons of Kemet drummer Tom Skinner, and follows just 10 months after their captivating second album, Wall of Eyes. So yeah, if you like Radiohead and you don't know about The Smile, I'm kind of shocked, but you need to check out The Smile. If you don't know who Radiohead is, check out The Smile, because maybe you'll fall in love with some very crucial musicians in the industry. can't imagine somebody not knowing who Radiohead is. I don't know why I said that. But yeah, this is another heaping helping of ethereal, spacey, alternative rock cuts from Tom York, who's a legend at this shit. Tom York and the band, Johnny Greenwood and Tom Skinner. They're killing it. All right, I'm going to go pee, and then we'll hit some more songs, specific songs that I want to shout out, okay? All right. Yeah, all those projects I just shouted out, go check them out yourself. You need to go look all of them up and listen to all of them. That's your homework. I got to go pee. I'll be right back. Okay. I'll be right back. I've been listening to a lot of a lot of Brits the last couple of... Today, I've been listening to a lot of Britons today, and so I think the accent has rubbed off a bit. How am I doing? Am I doing pretty... Oh, I gotta pee. How we doing? We doing good? I bet you guys are doing fantastic. All right. Okay, I'm here. Okay, I promise I'm here. It's late and I'm a little sleepy, but I'm here. And we're going to go over some new songs that I want to shout out. Okay, I want to go over some new songs. And actually, we're going to listen to some new songs together. We will listen to at least one new song together. Which one should it be? I'm thinking it'll be probably the Richie and Feodorian, because I just talked up their futuristic vibes so much, and I think that's a safe one to listen to. So we will do that together, and it will be awesome. Let me see here. Make sure that's ready to go for when I need it. Actually, we will start out with that one. So I'm going to specifically shout out the song All Terrain right here by Richie and Feodorian. The song is so badass, man.
I've got the
It's really like puts me in the fucking in quite the headspace. Throw some buds in. We'll enjoy this one together, my friends. We will enjoy this one together. If you haven't listened to the new EP by Richie and Feodorian, go listen to it. Quiet Warp Express EP. This is the last song on that EP, titled All Terrain. Let's check it out.
Pushing 90 to FJ, cut do shit with ease. Like my shit's dark but deceive. Might need some LEDs. We in the future with this one. What's that you say? Catch me, you better say you great. Red line the dash, how fast can your ass get away? 0 to 60 and that shit can melt your face. They take the streets, my ass is going all terrain. Push a 90 to FJ, cut through shit with ease. Like my shit's dark with the sea. I need some LEDs. Broke out the sky, but you see, what if they take the streets? I'm all terrain in the leaves, dipping, dodging the trees.
Dipping, dodging the trees. Have you thought of these things? Yeah, so this is, I'll tell you what I love about this. You know what it reminds me of? Sir Michael Rocks. Dude, he's capturing this what's the word? Surrealist type of vibe that Sir Michael Rocks captures on his album Banco. That's where this is out, like, living in my soul right now. If you haven't listened to Banco by Sir Michael Rocks, do it. If you love weird, quirky, really creative hip hop music, you gotta go check it out. It's so cool, and definitely this song is in the vein of that. If you like this song, you need to go listen to Banco by Sir Michael Rocks, in my opinion.
I'm doing figure eights and skating, dipping, dodging the trays, ripping through all terrain. I think the Lord's calling your name. What's that you say? Catch me, you better say your grave. Run on the dash, how fast can your ass get away? 0 to 60 and that shit can melt your face. They take the streets, my ass is going all terrain.
This is like this is my getaway song, dude. This is my getaway song. Excuse me. Man, my body's having all sorts of reactions to this music. In a positive way. Yeah, no, this is my getaway song. If I ever make a movie with a getaway scene, this is the song that'll be playing. It's just and then the beat plays out. So yeah. Why comments turned off? The comments should be turned on, Richie, so people can praise you. Hell yes, dude. Hell yes. Go listen to it. All right. I also want to shout out the song by Consequence titled "Love You So." This track right here that I've highlighted. Go check out the whole Consequence album for sure. It's a quick 10 songs that's jam-packed with fantastic classic hip-hop production. And I want to specifically highlight Love You So. If you love Kanye, the classic Kanye production style, big soul sample chops and that kind of deal, check out this song, Love You So. You're going to like it. If you love graduation style Kanye, graduation era Kanye, late registration era Kanye, you're going to love this album, and you're specifically going to love this song, Love You So. It's great. It's nice to get a dose of that. And you can even see Kanye features on one of these songs. So if you are if you're missing some old Kanye, if you want if you have a hole in your heart for that type of music, you're going to want to listen to Love You So. This song by Consequence. And then I want to highlight another one from Charli XCX, which we've already spoken about, but I just want to give it an extra highlight here. I think about it all the time, featuring Bon Iver on the new Brat, and it's completely different, but also still Brat album. This song is fantastic. I've already spoken about it at length, so I'll move on. We've got a new project from East Coast producer Powers Pleasant, and I want to specifically shout out the song Pamper Pamper. This is one. Let's check it out. Let's listen to this one. I admittedly have only listened to the song like once. Twice. Okay, I've listened to it twice, but we'll call it once and a half. But I was liking it. I was liking it. So it looks like it's also on a Dro Kenji album. I don't know who. I've never heard of Dro Kenji.
That cash get to that asphalt. Time gon' hit you faster than the speed up on my dashboards. Pimpin' before pleasure, 20 seconds at least.
Shout out
Promise that
Dro
I live the
Kenji.
shit they rapped.
Let me double check this is the right one actually, because I don't know if that's what it sounds like. Same song.
When that cash get to
Yeah, it's the same song. Yeah, we'll just listen to
that
it.
asphalt. Time gon' hit you faster than the speed up on my dashboards. Pimpin' before pleasure, 20 seconds unleash hell on it. Promise that I live the shit they rapped, I just excelled in it. Honestly, I can give a fuck about the model hoes, cause honestly, I discreetly fucked all of the model hoes. Honestly, 20K I spent to get a bigger necklace, just to have it dangle on some chick who like my IG status. Shorty really fucked me in the club, left with her pants on back. I can't let you in, I'm scared of love.
Yeah, the beat turns into like toxic.
Bitch make me your Twitter header. I like how you do it. So paranoid is not never. Pull out with my
I love how creepy this shit is. And then it sounds like Ray Strimmered on it. It sounds like, yeah, dude, the beat is like hitting Halloween creepiness, right? It's meeting the season. Let's just say that. It starts out, you don't expect the beat switch. That's what it kind of confused me at first. I was like, is this the right song?
Up on my dashboards, pimping before pleasure.
Yeah, it starts out as like a lamenting type of just like typical rap track, but then the beat drops and it sounds menacing and creepy as hell, and then it, I guess it's Dro Kenji on here that sounds like fucking Ray Strimmered. Yeah. This is perfect. This song is perfect for Halloween.
Bitch make me your Twitter header. I like how you do it. So paranoid is not never. Pull out with my niggas and you know they not on stutter steppers. All my thoughts get evil, but I think this bitch is saying's helper. How the fuck I need you? I got rich without no pepper. I smell strong as weed, so I don't text. I might just call her over. Designer bag got a toolie. All of my hoes got a booty. Really rich, them niggas newbies. I can't waste a thing on hold up. At 22, touch 23. Make couple racks when I'm asleep. She thought a nigga had to sneeze. I told her this is G for cheap. How the fuck I need you? I got rich without no pepper. I smell strong as weed, so I don't text. I might just call her over. Flexed up, spent 100 checks on a trucker. Bless young black rich, money getting motherfucker. Bad black hoes twerking all around this motherfucker. Fast forward, do it, give a fuck about how these niggas talking. Shorty really fucked me in the club, left with her pants on back. I can't let you in, I'm scared of love on drugs, I feel way better. I like how you do it. Bitch make me your Twitter header. I like how you do it. So paranoid is not never. Pull out with my niggas and you know they not on stutter steppers. All my thoughts get evil, but I think this bitch is saying's helper. How the fuck I need you? I got rich without no pepper. I smell strong as weed, so I don't text. I might just call her over.
Yeah, the song kind of needs no explanation. I mean, goddamn, I just want to run it back. Should we run it back?
When that cash get to that asphalt.
We're running it back because this is my stream and I do whatever I want.
Pimping before pleasure, 20 seconds unleash hell on it. Promise that I live the shit they
we
rap,
love
I
it.
just excelled in it. Honestly, I can
Made me feel some. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, we do love it. Yeah, this song makes me feel something too. Oh yeah, there's crazy stories going on. I don't feel like talking about them tonight though.
I can't let you in, I'm scared of love on drugs, I feel way better. I like how you do it. Bitch make me your Twitter header. I like how you do it. So paranoid is not never. Pull out with my steppers. All my thoughts get evil, but I think this bitch is Satan's helper. How the fuck I need you? I got rich without no pepper. I smell strong as weed, so I don't text, I might just call her over.
Designer bag got a Thule. All of my hoes got a booty. Really rich, them niggas newbies. I can't waste a thing on hold up. At 22, touch 23. Make couple racks when I'm asleep. She thought a nigga had to sneeze. I told her this is G for shit.
How the fuck I need you? I got rich without no pepper. I smell strong as weed, so I don't text, I might just call her over.
Flexed up, spent 100 checks on a trucker.
Bless young, black, rich, money getting motherfucker. Bad black hoes twerking all around this motherfucker. Fast forward, do it, give a fuck about how these niggas talking. Shorty really fucked me in the club, left with her pants on back. I can't let you in, I'm scared of love on drugs, I feel way better. I like how you do it, bitch make me your Twitter header. I like how you do it, it's so paranoid, it's now or never. Pull out with my niggas and you know they not on stutter steppers. All my thoughts get evil, but I think this bitch is Satan's helper. How the fuck I need you? I got rich without no pepper. I smell strong as weed, so I don't text, I might just call her over.
I like how you do it. I had to get up and bounce to that one a little bit. Yeah, we're having fun with that one. All right. Let's see. I like how you do it. Bitch ain't no pepper stepper. Pepper. Shout out the new, so Sampha. Gotta catch my breath there a little bit. Hold on. Whew. Sampha released the deluxe edition to Lahai. And he did something kind of similar to Charli XCX, where he is still working on songs that were on the original version. He does these 2.0 versions. Spirit, which was the first single from this album, was originally released as a 2.0 version, which 2.0 apparently means he's worked on it more and has made the song better. So he did it to Satellite Business, added Little Sims to it, and improved the production, improved the mix, and there is noticeable differences between Satellite Business 2.0 and the original. And I specifically, same with Dancing Circles, but I want to specifically shout out the song Sensory Nectar. The song is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. If you don't know about Sampha, you got to get to know about Sampha. I don't know how you couldn't. You've most certainly heard his features, and you probably didn't even know it. But yeah, check out Sensory Nectar if you want a quick snapshot of the deluxe edition of this album. It's fantastic. I also want to specifically shout out the song Dragonfly off this Crucified album. Like I said earlier, it's like shoegazy, alternative, almost Nirvana-esque type of garage rock in a way. And this song is gorgeous and really kind of hitting the soul. And it's ear candy for sure. It's fucking ear candy. You need to check it out. Really need to check out this whole album. This album got a shout out earlier in the segment as like a project you need to check out. And this is just a specific song. I want to shout out the song How Fast by Leon Thomas, who is an artist I didn't know about until last week. Where is it? It's called How Fast. I'm super blind. Right? Where the hell? Wait, it's not here. Am I serious right now? I'm not that blind, right? There's a song titled How Fast. Oh, it's the first song. Oh my god. It's time for me to go to sleep, you guys. Yeah, okay. How Fast by Leon Thomas. The song's pretty cool. If you like, The Weeknd or Miguel. If you like The Weeknd or Miguel, more specifically Miguel, this is probably up your alley. This song is like you're riding a motorcycle. It's a great entrance track. It's great. intro track to this album here, which is all right. But this is, How Fast by Leon Thomas. Check it out. And then the final song I want to shout out here is one by none other, ASAP Fergie, as he likes to go by, ASAP Ferg. And I like to call him ASAP Fergalicious. But he dropped this song a while ago, September 8th. But it just kind of caught my ears. And it's, I posted it on Instagram earlier this week with the caption, "A shot of espresso," because it is. That's what it is. I listened to it first thing in the morning the other day, and I was like, "Holy shit!" Now I'm awake. And ironically, the first bar, maybe I did this subconsciously or unconsciously or something. Maybe it was like one of these things. But I was listening to the song. I was like, "Oh shit! I want to post this to my story on Instagram." So I posted it, and as I was posting it, I made the caption, "A shot of espresso," because I was listening to it in the morning, and it was like a fast-paced song, energized song. And then I listened to it again after I post that. In the first bar, he's talking about shots of espresso. I'm like, what the fuck? So I don't know if that was like unconscious happenings, or if it's a coincidence, or maybe everything happens for a reason. There is no such thing as a coincidence, as we all know, right? So yeah, check out Romello by ASAP Ferg. The song is a fucking banger, and it's especially nice in the morning if you don't have any coffee. All right, so that's all my music of the week shout outs. So we're making our way through the stream here. I'm super tired. It's 2 a.m. and I have to wake up early, so I don't know how much longer I'm gonna go. I think I'm just gonna avoid all stories this week. And I guess we can close the stream with taking a look at this Pitchfork top 100 albums of the 2020s list. And we're gonna kind of compare it to my top albums of the 2020s, which is a list I've been creating every year this decade. So I haven't really taken a deep dive into this album, but I have seen some of the highlights, and they were kind of appalling. I also don't know all of the projects, although the ones I'm seeing here are like, that makes sense that they would be in an album like that. Sorry, I'm scratching my nose. That's probably super stupid. But let's take a look here. Let's take a look, and then we'll take a look at mine. Okay. By the way, mine isn't ordered. Theirs is in an order. Mine is just like the album's alphabetical order. There's no like ranking. There's a ranked. I think it's dumb to rank. I mean, you can rank to an extent, but to be like, this one is specifically better than this one, and this one is specifically better than this one, it's wasted thought, if you ask me. Unless you're debating like with another person about two specific albums. But as far as lists go, it's like, just put them in alphabetical order, bro. You like them all, So let's take a crack at. Let's crack this one open. Let's crack this one open and dump out its guts and see what we got here. What is this? Pop up. Okay. Wait, I want to move me down here. I feel safer down here. Number 100, Jade's Heart Pacing. Don't know who this is. Don't know what this album is. Or this one. DJ Travella, Mr. Mixondo. So maybe these are two I have to check out. Number 100, Broward County, Florida's timeline of teen rap stars includes mercurial talents like Rob Banks, XXXTentacion, Ski Mask, still a ubiquitous Kodak Black, but no one has flexed an intrinsic swoon-worthy charm like Jade's. Baptized, so some crooner. See, like, this is what I'm already like getting from this album. They're putting things on here that like don't belong on a list like this. I know people have like their like guilty pleasures or their like underground shit that they like, but we're talking about like a specific thing. 100 best albums of the 2020s. there's like a certain standard or bar, like name recognition even, that has to be met here. You know, you don't have to talk about people that know that. Don't have to talk about artists that people know exactly, but you can't just like these are like completely off the radar type projects. And I'm sure, you know, whoever made this list has like very niche music taste, which is cool, but who let them in charge of writing this article? Like, I don't know. It just seems kind of silly. But let's continue. And maybe I'm sure I'm going to find some shit that I like from this list. And hopefully it puts me onto some music, and that's the whole point. You know, that's Pitchfork's whole thing is like being so odd with the takes that like they're trying to be contrarian to a point where it's like you've lost people. But I digress. DJ Travella, don't know who that is. Which is fair. You know, I'll go through and I'll scoop the ones that I don't recognize. And we'll check them out. I will. All right, this one, now we're getting somewhere. This is a good album. It is. And it came out this year. Vampire Weekend. Have lost their illusions, bury their remains. Okay, I'm not going to read the whole thing. But yes, this was in my halftime report of this year. So this is a pick that makes sense. Sure. This, don't know who this is. Jamie Branch, Fly or Die, Fly or Die, Fly or Die, World War. Yeah, these are very obscure picks. I'm not going to lie. Maybe they're not obscure to certain, groups of people, but to me and from where I'm at, I'm already like 4 in and I don't recognize 3 of them. No Name, Sundial, whack pick, if you ask me. You're picking No Name at this point. The album's not even that great, first off. And she put J Electronic on it, which is just like so tone deaf and so weird. I just kind of question where she stands on things. I don't know. It's just the music isn't great. Room 28 or whatever I don't know. The project before this one is actually really, really fucking good. And Room 25. Yeah. So I prefer Room 25, which didn't come out this decade, but maybe No Name doesn't need to be on this list. Blood Incantation, Hidden History of the Human Race, 2019. So this didn't even come out in 2020. So what are we doing here? The 100 best albums of the 2020 so far. This came out in 2019. What are we doing here, brother? But don't recognize it. I'm guessing it's metal. It is metal. Jim Legacy, Homeless, pop music. I'll definitely be checking this out. Don't recognize. Daphne, Cherry, don't recognize. And I guess that's on me, I guess, but still, I know a lot of music. I keep up with a lot of albums. What is this list? This is like I don't know. It's cool. I mean, it's cool. I like seeing different shit. Tyler, the Creator, Call Me If You Get Lost. Great. McGee, 2-star on the Dream Police. Okay. Like, respectable pick. Would I pick it? No. But, okay. Herco, S. Plonk. Not sure who. This person's like an alt indie head in the same way that I'm a hip hop head, it seems like. So my list like this. Oh, this person's from Kansas City. Kansas City techno is legendary in that it doesn't super exist. Oh, this person's from KC. That's cool. Shout out. Yeah, this person seems to be like a alt head, like I am a hip hop head. So like a list like this for me is gonna have a lot of obscure hip hop in it. So shout out this person. They seem to be on the cutting edge of their taste, which is cool. Dijon, absolutely, for sure. That's a great one. Respectable pick here. Nala Senefro, complete. I don't know. I'm out. I don't know. I wish I knew. And this list will put me on. Mannequin Pussy. I got Heaven. I don't know Mannequin Pussy. Maybe I will get to know Mannequin Pussy. King Carson, Ass. This album belongs nowhere near a list like this. Ass, bad pick, horrible. Hooray for the Riff Raff, the past is still alive. Unsure. The Soft Pink Truth, okay, Unsure. I gotta keep blowing through these. Unsure, I don't know who any of these are. All right, Haim, cool, good pick. I like this album. Great music on it. Respectable. Lil Uzi, hell no. Would not put this on the list. But at least I know what the album is. Yule, okay, I need to check this one out. I know of Yule, I think from her 2021 work, and then I didn't. I'm behind on this one. I have to check that out. Unsure, The Smile, hell yeah, shout out, Smile, fuck yeah, love that. Unsure, Florist, oh, I do know this one. This is one I rock with. I rock with this one. Is it a fantastic album? No. Would I put it on this list? No, but at least I know them. Yaya Bay, Unsure. Okay, this is one I know of. Thank you, shout out Fantano for getting me on this one. It's got some good shit on it. It's cool. It's all right. 1975. Never listened to this. Soul Glow has good tracks on it. It's got some good ones on it. It's a heavy one. It's heavy. But yeah, this one's cool. Pushes boundaries. Envelope Pushing. Yeah, this is a fat list. 100 songs. Let's kind of Rio de Young OG. Never heard. Okay. Chief Keef for Nim. No, dude. Tears. Dude, this album is so bad. This album is so bad. Trip 9 Love, and I'm a fan of Tears' early work. Her earlier album from 2016 or whatever. I forget the name of it. Let's take a look. It's fantastic. Brings tears to my eyes. Is it Devotion? Yeah, Devotion is fantastic, dude. But Color Grade and Trip 9 Love are huge disappointments. Matt Comey, now we're talking. This should be higher. This should be much higher. Yasmin Williams, don't know. Blade, pass. Doesn't belong on the list. Just doesn't. Man. I'm sorry. Bjork. Okay. Unsure who that is. That, and that's my fault. Fuck it. Dia Lipa. He spelled Dia Lipa. That's a typo, buddy. Let's fix this before Dua comes out. That's not cool. You need to fix this. Put respect on Dua's name, please. This album, does it belong on the list? Hell no. It's okay though. Bad Bunny, okay. Weekend, okay. I'd put this somewhere around this placement seems fair. This actually seems like a good placement for this. I agree with this pick and this placement. I like this. I vibe with 51, The Weeknd, Dawn of Him. I vibe with that. Nah. Oh wait, this don't know who that is. This. It I like the album, but I don't think it's making this list. Team Blunt. I need to check this one out again. It's been a while. Can't remember what it sounds like. Kim Gordon. Again, another 2019 pick. What are we doing here, dude? 2020 is a specific year. Why are you fucking with the integrity of this list by choosing things that didn't you're not even following your own title. Like come on, dude. You're making me question why I'm even going over this list. Don't you want me to read it? What's going on here? How's the stream, guys? Are we still streaming? We're still streaming, right? Okay, good. Sedan Archives, never was a fan of this one. Thought it was overrated. For sure. For sure overrated. Phoebe Bridgers, sure, people were crazy about that one. Modu Mokhtar, don't know who that is. Eve's Tumor. Good songs on this one. It's okay. All right. Unsure. Perfume Genius. This one. Doesn't belong on the list. I know of it. 454. Kalela. Raven. Okay. All right. Now we're talking. Fever Ray. I like this album a lot. Might even put this one higher if I were them. But all in all, good pick. All right. Placement. Don't know. Jessica Pratt. No. Turnstile. Not on this list. Kendrick. Okay, sure. Fair placement. I'd put it on the list, and I say that's somewhat fair placement. Don't know. This is a fantastic album. Great. Good pick. I respect it. Unsure. Sexy Red Hood Hottest Princess. No. As a full album, no. Hotels. No. Not on this album. Nourished by Time. I still have yet to listen to this album, but Nourished by Time was in my shoutouts recently. This is a band I just kind of recently discovered. You should check them out. I don't know about this album specifically, but they have a EP, like Catching Chickens EP. That's pretty good. Pretty sure it's called Catching Chickens. Amare. Okay, not crazy about this album exactly, but I respect it. Cash Cobain. I haven't listened to that, but I can't imagine it's better. I can't imagine why they'd be so high on this list. Don't know. FKA Twigs Magdalene 2019. Dude, fuck you for making this list and not following it. Lana Del Rey. Respectable. Hell yeah. Love it. Her best album in a long time. Great placement. Always. I need to listen to this album front to back again. It's been a while, but cool. I like some of the songs from it. This is a good placement. Okay, I like this album a lot. Maps. I vibe with that. Unsure. Caroline. Hell yeah. Shout out Caroline. I pulled out the vinyl earlier that I own of this album. I won't do it again, but I would put this one higher, actually. I put this one in like a top 5. Maybe even, spoiler alert, maybe even number 1 spot. I swear to God. This might be the best album of the decade so far. Desire I Want to Turn Into You by Caroline Polachek. It's hard to top it. Not much, if anything, has this decade. I don't know if I've listened to any other album more than this one, as far as like individual songs. I mean, it's taken up so much time throughout this last 5 years because the singles were dropping throughout the whole first half of the decade. Well, singles were dropping since 2020, and then the album came out in 2023. So it's just been with me personally the whole decade. So, and then it's so incredible front to back. Yeah, it might be the best album of the decade. Big Thief, not crazy about it. Okay, don't know. Hell no. Okay, I'm starting to respect this pick. This pick and this placement seems fair and good. Although I personally would make it the remix album version, the double disc remix version. V's, hell no. Beyonce, Renaissance, I would switch this with the newer one, the country album. But people might hate me for that opinion. SZA, okay, sure, whatever. Cindy Lee, Diamond Jubilee, I need to check that out. Hell no, horrible placement. Honestly, horrible pick for this list as well. And then number 1, Fiona Apple, because people love to give Fiona Apple number 1 for whatever reason. I don't know. Respect to her. The album's good. There's one song in particular that I love. What is it? Well, Shamika's good. Relay. This is my favorite from the album. Okay. Well, fuck it. It's being weird. But yeah, Relay. Really good. So that's their list. This is my list. Now, it's not 100%, or it's not 100 albums. But It is like 70 or so. Top projects of the decade. So this is mine, and it's gonna be hip hop heavy because I'm a hip hop head, and that's my bias. But y'all tell me what you think. You know, I'll just kind of scroll through them. They're in alphabetical order, no, not numbered. As you can see, some actually were in their list as well, like Radical Romantics by Fever Ray. But yeah, no Donda on the list. I also have Mr. Morale on my list. I also have Matt Kami on my list. But as you see, my list is much different than theirs. Definitely more mainstream than theirs. Definitely more hip-hop than theirs. As I am a hip-hop head, and this is a hip-hop YouTube channel. But as you guys are looking at these, I'd love for you guys to comment down below your top albums of the 2020s list. And actually, their list included albums from this year. This list of mine does not include any music from 2024. This is only 2020 through 2023. I'll add another 18 albums from 2024 once the year is over. I got For the First Time by Black Country New Road in here. I got Not Tight by Jami and JD Beck. I've got Ooh Rap Ya by George Clanton. I've got Missing Molars, Smiling with No Teeth Deluxe by Genesis Owusu. I've got Scaring the Hose by JPEG Mafia and Danny Brown. I've even got Offline by JPEG Mafia. I've got Falling or Flying by Georgia Smith. I've got Continua by Nosage Thing. And I've got Ricky Music by Porches. I've got It's Almost Dry Pharrell vs. EA by Pusha T. I've got Tread by Ross from Friends. Got some good shit in here. Hitler Wears Hermes 8, Side A and B. I count those as one album. It's a double disc. Also have Donda in here. I've got By the Time I Get to Phoenix by Injury Reserve. I've got The House is Burning, Homies Begged by Isaiah Rashad. I've got The Forever Story extended version by JID. I've got Going Going Gone by Hemlock Springs. This is a hidden gem. If you do not know this album, you need to check it. Especially if you love girly pop music. But if you like music in general, you need to check it out. She's gonna hopefully one day be big. Hopefully by the time her debut album comes out, maybe this is like a short album. But I'm hoping that she gets the praise and the recognition she deserves. But yeah, these are my top projects of the decade, 2020 through 2023. Oh yeah, Maps was on theirs as well as on mine. Head of Roses by Flock of Dimes. 2 Homeshake projects. Haircut EP by Homeshake and Under the Weather. I do have the J Electronica on here. Kind of like regretting that decision. I pick them at the end of each year and then like that's the final say. Like I'm not going to change it because it's like what was I feeling in that moment in 2020 or in 2024. At the end of 2020 I was feeling A Written Testimony. Nowadays it's like I mean I still feel the music, but he's just so racist and so openly anti-Semitic. It's hard to, you can't really support him. But same thing happened with Kanye. It's rough, dude. Like I really like these dudes' music, and I rock with it. I'm still gonna rock with the music I like. I'm not gonna. But like going forward, I'm not as inclined to be open to their music. You know what I mean? So yeah, you guys, I'm tired of shit. It's time for me to catch some Z's. It's been a chill, relaxing stream here, as I planned it to be. We'll pick up with stories next week. I just needed a break from the news cycle. If you know what I mean. I hope you caught some new music recommendations here tonight that you find useful. Go check out. I've uploaded a couple new videos the last couple of days from last week's stream. Check out the Vori conflict. That video needs some love. Yeah. That's about it. I'm Derek Obscure. This has been Scratched Up Live, number 17. Scratched Up Live, your first stop on the internet for hip-hop discussion and production. In the future, we will be doing more production on this channel. We will be doing more production on these live streams. I'm still in school mode. I haven't really hit my creative mode yet. I like to go through phases. So, right now we're in a learning phase where we learn, and then once we're done learning, we're gonna shift gears to creative phase, and at that point I'll be playing with my instruments on stream, and it'll be fun. It'll be a fun time. But for now, we're doing the discussion. We're going heavy on the discussion part. But this is this is your first stop for hip hop discussion and production. I'm Derek Obscure. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you next week. That's all I have to say. Thank you. I'm just dragging it out at this point. I don't want to leave you guys. I'm going to miss you guys all week. And if you guys miss me, you can follow Quarter Day Recordings at Quarter Day Recordings on Instagram and on TikTok and on Threads. You can also follow at Derek Obscure, my personal account, if you'd like, on Instagram as well. At Derek Obscure. But yeah, make sure you follow at Quarter Day Recordings, and make sure you subscribe to the Quarter Day Recordings YouTube channel here before you leave me. But at this point, I will be leaving you. So I will see you next week. Bye-bye.